You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly, real name Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as the R&B King. Currently serving a lengthy prison sentence on multiple charges, including racketeering and trafficking, R. Kelly last year filed a lawsuit that looked into the mishandling of his private information while he remains wrongly incarcerated. This lawsuit, which targets the U.S. government and well-known gossip blogger Tasha K, remains one of the several other occasions in which R. Kelly and his legal team have exposed the injustices against him. The roots of this lawsuit stretch back to R. Kelly's revelations that employees within the prison system where he is serving his sentence unlawfully accessed his private information through the internal prison communication systems. According to R. Kelly, this sensitive data included emails, visitor logs and phone records, information that should have been securely protected under federal law. R. Kelly emphasizes that these prison employees did not merely view his information but went a step further by selling it to Tasha K, a popular blogger known for her sensationalist but inappropriate coverage of celebrities. The lawsuit asserts that Tasha K then disseminated this confidential information to the public through her blog and social media channels, a move that R. Kelly's legal team believes was not only invasive but also strategically damaging. R. Kelly's lawyer Jennifer Bonjean argues that Tasha K leveraged the leaked information to harass him and, more critically, to influence witnesses who were involved in his ongoing legal battles. These legal struggles are not minor disputes as they involve high-stakes criminal prosecutions, particularly in the Eastern District of New York where R. Kelly faced some of the most severe charges that eventually led to his wrongful conviction. The timing and nature of the leaks were orchestrated to cast R. Kelly in an even more negative light, potentially swaying public opinion and, more importantly, the views of those who might testify against him. In this context, the lawsuit proves R. Kelly is a victim of both a legal system that failed to protect his privacy and a media landscape eager to capitalize on his downfall. The U.S. government, however, has not taken these accusations lightly. In a funny response, government lawyers have filed a motion to dismiss R. Kelly's lawsuit, pushing back against the claims of institutional negligence. According to legal documents obtained, the government's argument centers on a wrong assertion that the U.S. penal system as a whole cannot be held liable for the alleged misconduct of individual employees. The government's lawyers argue that while the actions of a few employees may have been improper, these actions do not constitute a failure on the part of the entire prison system. They further contend that the United States is not subject to institutional liability for what they describe as allegedly widespread negligent practices or policies. The government's response goes into detail about the procedural aspects of R. Kelly's revelations. They acknowledge that there was indeed an investigation by the Office of the Inspector General into the unauthorized access of R. Kelly's prison communications. This investigation, which looked into whether prison staff had improperly accessed and distributed R. Kelly's emails, phone logs, and visitor records, was a significant development. However, the government pointed out that this investigation did not result in any formal charges against the officer mentioned in R. Kelly's complaint. Instead, the employee in question retired shortly after the investigation began in 2019, adding another layer of complexity to the case. The fact that no charges were brought against the implicated officer has been used by the government to argue that there is no basis for R. Kelly's claims against the entire penal system. They insist that while the actions of one or a few individuals may have been inappropriate, this does not equate to systemic failure or institutional negligence. This argument is crucial because it seeks to limit the scope of R. Kelly's lawsuit, framing the issue as one of individual misconduct rather than a broader institutional problem that would warrant legal accountability on the part of the U.S. government. What adds a particularly intriguing dimension to this case is that the government's response seems to indirectly confirm that a prison worker did in fact provide information to Tasha K, which was accessed through the internal prison system. While this submission seems subtle, it remains significant because it acknowledges that there was some level of misconduct. However, the government maintains that this does not justify holding the entire U.S. penal system accountable for the actions of a few rogue employees. They unfortunately argue that such incidents, while regrettable, do not meet the legal threshold for institutional liability. Meanwhile, Tasha K, who has built a considerable following through her often controversial and sensationalized reporting, has been vocal in her denial of any illegal activity. She has taken to social media platforms, particularly Instagram, to refute R. Kelly's allegations, claiming that she did not engage in any wrongdoing. In her posts, Tasha K has portrayed herself as a victim of false accusations, claiming that her coverage of R. Kelly was based on legitimate sources and not on illegally obtained information. Despite her public denials, R. Kelly's legal team remains steadfast in their accusations, contending that the leaked information has had a detrimental impact on R. Kelly's personal life and legal defense. R. Kelly's lawyers argue that the unauthorized release of his prison communications has not only embarrassed and harassed him, but has also compromised his ability to mount an effective defense in his criminal trials. Bonjean says that the leaks have created an environment of chaos and mistrust affecting his relationships with his legal team, family and potential witnesses. The lawsuit suggests that the damage caused by the leaks is far-reaching, extending beyond R. Kelly's immediate legal battles and affecting the broader perception of his character and culpability. As the U.S. government continues to push for the dismissal of R. Kelly's lawsuit, the case highlights the complex interplay between individual rights, institutional responsibility and the media's role in shaping public narratives. For R. Kelly, who has been framed as a controversial figure for decades, this lawsuit represents another layer of legal and personal challenges that he must navigate. His reputation, already severely tarnished by the criminal charges and subsequent convictions, hangs in the balance as this case moves forward. The court's decision on whether to dismiss the lawsuit will be closely watched, not only because of its implications for R. Kelly but also because of the potential precedent it could set for similar cases in the future. If the court sides with the U.S. government and dismisses the case, it will have signaled a significant limitation on the ability of prisoners to seek redress for privacy violations within the penal system. On the other hand, if the court allows the case to proceed, it could open the door to more lawsuits against the government and prison systems, challenging the ways in which sensitive information is handled and protected. This case also underscores the broader societal debates about privacy, accountability and the power dynamics within the criminal justice system. For Tasha K, the lawsuit represents a potential threat to her career and reputation as it raises questions about the ethics of her reporting practices, and the sources she relies on for her content. For the U.S. government, the case is a test of its ability to defend its institutions against claims of negligence and misconduct. As the legal proceedings continue, all parties involved are likely preparing for a protracted battle. The outcome of this case could have lasting implications for how privacy is safeguarded within the U.S. prison system, and how the media handles sensitive information obtained from questionable sources. For R. Kelly, this lawsuit is more than just a legal dispute. It is a fight for what remains of his stolen reputation and a crucial moment in his ongoing struggle with the law. In the meantime, we will be watching closely as the case unfolds, eager to see whether the court will allow R. Kelly's claims to move forward, or whether it will as usual side with the government in dismissing the lawsuit. The stakes are high for all involved, and the decision will definitely reverberate far beyond the confines of the courtroom, influencing public discourse and legal practices for years to come. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.